You are watching a brand new Sports Fusion episode. My name is Alex Hughes. We got a big show for you tonight. We got 2 interviews on, so keep watching. We'll be talking about the New York Yankees and CBA baseball. On tonight's show, he is a CBA senior, Anthony Ramo. So, Anthony, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well, Alex. How are you?
Good. So, Anthony, how are you preparing for the next baseball season?
I'm preparing next season. I'm working out every day.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my 2 buddies of mine, we're going to the baseball field. We're hitting some baseballs, doing training on the field, and hospitalized, making sure we stay on top of everything. And that's how me and my friends are preparing for college ball and everything.
So you're an outfielder, and what is the hardest part of playing in the outfield?
For me, well, you can't never be fast enough. So I'm trying really hard to work on my speed and track down the gappers, the baseballs that are hitting the gaps, and trying to track those down and doing that. So I think that's one of the hardest parts is running into the gap and trying to catch that hit that might be a double, you know?
Mm-hmm. And what do you like most about playing baseball?
One thing I like about baseball is hitting. I really like hitting. That's my favorite part. And when I'm up there, with my friends, my teammates, my family, cheering me on, motivating me, and it gives me a rush that I want to play more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. And last question here is, who do you look up to in baseball and why?
I look up to my dad. I know he's not a baseball player, but my dad really pushes me. He tells me when I do things wrong. He makes sure that I gotta do stuff to get better, and I really look up to him because he always told me he used to really work hard, but he wants me to succeed more than what he did. So I really look up to my dad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Anthony, thank you for joining me on the Sports Fusion episode, and good luck next baseball season.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah. So, Nick, how do you think the Yankees will fare in the 2015 playoffs if they make it?
Right now, it looks as though they'll be one of the 2 wildcard teams, but in their current state, they'll be the 4th seed, which will give them a home wildcard game. Mm-hmm. And all it takes, obviously, is 1 game to make it into the next round of the postseason. I think the home field advantage of the Yankees haven't made the playoffs in 2 years, so these fans are really, really hungry. I know you are as well.
Yes, I
To
am.
get back into the playoffs. So 1 game at Yankee Stadium is very, very tough to beat, especially with a guy like Tanaka coming in for the 1-game start, if they can get their rotation in order so that he can have enough rest to pitch that game.
Now, do you think the Yankees will pitch Tanaka, or do you think they'll pitch Severino?
Well, it's interesting. It kind of goes with how the rotation squares up. I recall when the Orioles made it in 2012 and they won the wild card game, they actually had Joe Saunders pitch their play-in game against Yu Darvish, who was the guy that they had basically picked up for nothing at the trade deadline. It was just kind of the way it worked out with the rotation. So the Yankees know this is going to probably happen for the wild card. So right now, I'm sure Joe Girardi's trying to manage his rotation to make sure that either Tanaka or Severino is the guy that comes and gets the ball when it comes to the 1-game playoff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And switching to football now, the Giants' first game was last night. And how do you think the Giants' first game went?
Well, I think they were very, very fortunate to be in the position to even win the game after how the Cowboys started off. They had a lot of lucky breaks on turnovers and forcing fumbles and things like that. I was just really surprised that they ran the ball on 3rd down, and also that Eli Manning couldn't have enough sense in that situation to fall down and just keep the clock running. I thought it was a no-brainer with no timeouts for the Cowboys to drain as much clock as possible and then kick a field goal to make it a 1-touchdown game. Just really surprised me for someone like Tom Coughlin and Eli Manning, who's been together for 10 years now, that they couldn't figure out to just kind of bleed the clock as much as possible and back and Jason Pierre-Paul potentially coming back will certainly help. But that's something to build on, almost beating the Cowboys on the road in the first week.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Nick, thank you for coming on for the first time on Sports Fusion, and hopefully we will have you on again soon.
Oh, thank you again, Alex. It'd be great.
Thank you for tuning in for this brand new Sports Fusion episode. Once again, my name is Alex Fuse. Tune in again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for another great show. Follow me on Twitter and watch all my other episodes. Hit this like button and the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow.